Changing a hard work habit requires a strong will and at least 3 weeks. But not all habits are the same. For example, setting a bedtime is much easier than quitting smoking. But on the other hand, there are small habits that lead to great success. They do not require much effort but can really make a difference in life. I will try to do it myself and I will suggest it to you. 1. Ask yourself 5 reasons. I ask myself 5 questions before making an important decision or doing something. A little difficult because sometimes you do not find the answer, but that's the point. Many people aim to become billionaires. There is no problem so far, but why do you want to be a billionaire? You probably want to have a luxury life and have all the facilities of a rich person. Again, why would you want to have all this? You probably want to be admired and you want others to respect you. You want to be an important person that people like to interact with. After asking these 2 questions, we realize that you are not looking for money but for acceptance in society. Of course, this is just an example and it can be different for you. But when you ask yourself a question before doing anything, your perspective changes and you make better decisions. Usually what happens is that you realize you are following the wrong path. 2. When you make a mistake, admit it and apologize. Some people think that if they ignore their mistakes and try to look perfect, people will respect them. In fact, they think accepting their mistake makes them worthless. But just because you did not admit your mistake does not mean that others did not realize it. You just make yourself a mess. We are all human beings and we make mistakes, and there are only strong people who admit their mistakes. These people deserve respect. 3. Always have a to-do list. I do not want to disappoint you. But your memory is not as good as you think. You easily forget everything. The easiest way to not forget something is to have a list. But not on a phone or computer, because you do a lot of other things with your phone and you probably have a whole lot of other notes and it confuses you. A small piece of paper on your desk is a much better option. When your to-do list is on your mobile phone, you pick up your phone to see what to do, but end up spending a lot of time checking Telegram and Instagram. But when you look at your list at the end of the day, you feel good. You feel like you did not waste your time and did something useful. In fact, it is much better if you write down your weekly, monthly or yearly goals and stick them on the wall so that you are constantly reminded of your ultimate goal. 4. Think before you speak. How many times have you felt remorse for what you said? As relationships break down, friendships are broken, or you get into trouble, your brain stops thinking because it takes a lot of energy from it, so it automates many of its tasks. But that does not mean you cannot change its function. Of course, this makes you talk less because you think more, but you definitely speak better and more deliberately. 5. Do not forget the morning walk. I hate running, really boring and unbearable. I prefer an hour of running the club to 15 minutes. However, I still do it because it has many benefits. It gives you energy to start your day and keeps you refreshed until the end of the day. Especially if you are going to sit at your desk or computer for the rest of your day. But do not run too much because you should not feel very tired at the end of the walk. The goal is to give you energy for the rest of your day. It can be hard to walk every morning, but it will be very easy when it becomes a habit. It is very important that you get enough sleep beforehand. 6. Meditate when you feel lazy. When laziness overwhelms you, it is very difficult to return to cartoons. You can't concentrate when something is bothering you. You just like to lie down and do nothing. That's why you should meditate, because it helps you get back to your original job. You do not need to spend hours meditating or learning the technique. Just 2 to 5 minutes is enough time to get your focus back. Whenever you feel you cannot concentrate, put everything aside, sit comfortably, your back is straight. Close your eyes, take a deep breath and focus on your breathing. The goal is to focus on one thing and clear your mind of everything else. After that, you will see that you can do your job much easier. 7. Always dress well. Like it or not, appearance is important. Ideally, people should not judge you by your appearance. In fact, they should not judge you at all. But unfortunately, this is not the case. People comment on who you are even before they talk to you. That is why the first encounter is so important. Of course, you do not choose what you look like, but it is you who chooses what to wear. Even if you are not an attractive person, Tipton can create a different image of you. The better you dress, the more attention and respect you get. This can boost your self-confidence. 8. Sit less. Our bodies were built to move, and human beings often needed mobility to survive. But as we progressed, we reached a point where we spend most of our time sitting, which is awful. Proper circulation of your blood flow depends on your movement. Even your nerves and skin need constant movement. What do you think happens when you just sit at your desk? Aside from the fact that you may have back pain, diabetes or heart disease, you will suffer from chronic laziness and fatigue for a long time because all of this affects your brain. Sitting too much reduces brain function. This is a good reason to prove that morning walks are useful. So whenever you can, get up and walk. 9. Keep your body hydrated. Most people are dehydrated because they do not drink enough water. We prefer soft drinks, fruit juices, coffee or tea to water. But if you replace all these drinks with a glass of water, you will do yourself a great favor. You are actually made of water. 75% of your heart and brain are made up of water, so they consume most of the water you drink. When your body is hydrated, your brain naturally works better. Studies have shown that the brain disappears when it does not consume water. A dehydrated brain should work harder than a hydrated brain. So if you want to always be active, efficient and healthy, try to drink enough water. Do not try to implement all 9 habits at the same time, because you will get tired and give up soon. Try them one by one. Maybe it's better to start with 5 whys. Life change is not a big decision to make suddenly, but small daily changes that will make your life better in a few months or even years.